First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Lance. Gets it out wide to Davis-Price. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. It was just 3rd down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to run.
Yeah, that's just the 3rd play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3 and out. They did. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy-toes if that one was completed.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Lance going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. From back at their own 10-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Let's take it inside his own 40. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now a play fake. Lance. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 29 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
And cycle.
1st down, here's Mitchell. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears will take over here just shy of the 30. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff would be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Off play action. Fields sliding out of the pocket. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup of 38.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here this 2nd quarter. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's their personal or just their offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Fields on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense.
Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. That, Charles, the 1st interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the 1st one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they felt
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
What a nice read play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing now is Lance. And he will find his man, Samuel. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain of 28 yards there, and give him a 1st down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Lance now to throw. Man open, that's Ray Ray. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 39. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action, now it's Lance. His throw incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have a look at 3rd and 10. Lance looks to throw again. Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Eddie Jackson hits it, and the Bears will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Now Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. Room here to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation. But I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. play fake. Now Fields to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Now Montgomery running right. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Fields. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Santos now to add the PAT. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take it. Football out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively and offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Time here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
The big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
From the 50, here's Fields. Here's Griffin on the catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And that one results in 35 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Fields throw there, complete to Mooney.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2.
Montgomery back to the ground. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and the Bears are set up now, 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Montgomery will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
2nd and goal from the 1. They try again with Montgomery. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal.
To throw is Fields.
Open man, he finds Kamara. Touchdown, Chicago. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bears are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The first throw here for the backup Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that's caught inside the 30.
He ended up wide open.
He goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Is that me?
6 yards on the play.
Well, they've got to remember that they're not going to get it all back on one drive. But that being said, they also had to come out here in the third quarter with a sense of urgency and playmaking ability, and they showed it on that last play.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. He'll buy some time right. And this one is incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. On play action, now Garoppolo. And this complete to Mitchell. Touchdown! Elijah Mitchell, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Pettis now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives. And a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their their side, go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say, run the football, you've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
65 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Kmet.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line is getting some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another? And especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball.
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the first quarter.
They were gone in the first quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop him.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
Play action. It's Fields.
Steps away. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Now Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, and to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. They get to it for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on a sack.
crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here comes Pettis on the return.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery.
He'll take this to the 46.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
A solid stiff arm. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
99 yards rushing for him now here in Week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Bears, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they obviously fall to...
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give it some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. So shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar.